Imagine booking the trip of a lifetime and waking up to find your flight gone, your vacation, wedding, or business deal grounded. This isn't a movie plot, it's happening right now in Canada. Air Canada is facing one of the largest disruptions in its history, and tens of thousands of passengers are stuck. Today, we're diving deep into the Air Canada strike crisis, why it's happening, how it's unfolding, and what it means for you. The group striking is the Canadian Union of Public Employees, CUP, which represents more than 10,000 flight attendants working for both Air Canada and its low-cost subsidiary Air Canada Rouge. These flight attendants are responsible for passenger safety, in-flight service, and handling emergencies. They are walking off the job because negotiations with Air Canada for a new collective bargaining agreement broke down. Key reasons they're striking: unpaid work time, tasks like boarding, waiting for delays, and post-flight duties are often unpaid. Low wages versus inflation. The union says wages haven't kept pace with the rising cost of living, especially in major Canadian cities. Better benefits and scheduling. They want improved health benefits, more predictable schedules, and safer working conditions. While Air Canada offered a 38% pay increase over 4 years, including a 25% bump in the first year, CUP says the deal doesn't go far enough to address these long-standing issues. When you run one of the largest airline networks in the world, you can't just slam on the brakes. That's why Air Canada isn't waiting for the strike to start. They're shutting down in stages, and it's already begun. On Thursday, the first wave of cancellations hit. Just a few dozen flights at first, mostly long-haul routes leaving late at night. But that was just a warm-up. By Friday evening, Air Canada plans to have grounded up to 500 flights. That's not just numbers on a board, that's around 100,000 passengers left scrambling to rebook, reroute, or in some cases, cancel their trips altogether. And the final stage? Early Saturday morning, Air Canada and its low-cost arm, Air Canada Rouge, are expected to fully suspend operations. Only some regional flights, like Air Canada Express, might keep flying. But for most passengers, the message is the same: you're not going anywhere. The scale is staggering. Up to 130,000 people stranded every single day of the shutdown. That includes Canadians stuck overseas and travelers from around the globe who suddenly find their plans in limbo. Air Canada says the phased shutdown is the responsible move. In their words, you can't start or stop a global airline at the push of a button. They argue this slow wind down gives passengers notice, avoids total chaos at the airports, and allows for a smoother restart later on. But here's the catch: even if the strike ends quickly, the airline warns it could take up to a full week to get their 250-plus aircraft and worldwide routes fully operational again. That means, for many, the disruption could last long after the picket lines come down. So, whether you're flying this week or not, these cancellations are a reminder. In the airline industry, the ripple effect is massive, and once the dominoes start falling, it can take a long time to set them back up. Canada's phased shutdown plan as it prepares for a possible flight attendant strike set to begin on Saturday, August 16, 2025. Air Canada's phased shutdown plan. Why preemptive cancellations? Air Canada initiated a phased wind-down of operations starting Thursday, ahead of the strike, to manage disruptions proactively rather than risk chaotic, uncontrolled stoppages later. Sudden or unmanaged work stoppages produce a significantly worse disruption. A planned suspension is within the carrier's control. Thursday, early cancellations begin on the first day of the shutdown. Several dozen flights were cancelled, primarily long-haul international departures scheduled for Thursday night. Friday, major cutbacks by Friday evening. Air Canada plans to have cancelled up to 500 flights, affecting as many as 100,000 passengers. Saturday, full grounding expected by early Saturday. Both Air Canada and Air Canada Rouge are anticipated to fully suspend operations. This includes all mainline flights, though regional services, like Air Canada Express, may continue. Passenger impact: the complete shutdown threatens to disrupt roughly 130,000 passengers per day, including around 25,000 Canadians abroad who may become stranded. Why the gradual approach? Air Canada emphasizes that its vast global network, covering over 250 aircraft and more than 65 countries, can't be shut down or restarted instantly without risking safety and chaos. A controlled, phased stop allows for better communication, coordination, and recovery. It's simply not the kind of system that we can start or stop at the push of a button. This method also helps ensure travelers are notified in advance and can make arrangements, whether refunds or rebooking, rather than face last-minute surprises. What's next? Resuming operations. The strike ends quickly and an agreement is reached. A full week may be needed to restart operations across the network. Conclusion day. Action impact. Thursday begin cancellations, several dozen, primarily long-haul flight disruptions. Friday up to 500 flight cancellations, 100,000 passengers affected. Saturday complete grounding of mainline aircraft, 130,000 passengers daily potentially stranded. Recovery gradual reboot. If strike resolves, operations may take up to a week to normalize. Thanks for watching. Please share and subscribe for more.